Alright, everyone, yes we are. What's up, guys? It's McKinley Crain here, and today, since the sequel to the 1988, since the sequel to the 1988 comedy film Coming to America is going to be released on Amazon Prime tomorrow, I figured it would be appropriate to do my spoiler-free movie review of the first Coming to America. So let's get into it. So Coming to America is a 1988 comedy film that stars Eddie Murphy as Prince Akeem. And Prince Akeem is a prince of like a wealthy African country who is like going to be forced to marry someone who he doesn't want to marry. So he decides to go over to America and take his bodyguard with him. Well, his bodyguard was kind of forced to come with him. By his father. By the king. So, anyway, and the reason why Prince Akeem is going to America, specifically New York City, specifically Queens, New York City, is to find himself a bride. Is to find himself someone who he actually wants to marry. And he's great in this movie. Eddie Murphy's great in this movie. The whole cast in this movie is great. But I personally believe that Eddie Murphy gave the best performance. Even though this movie's whole cast is great. And the characters in this movie have great chemistry with each other. I love the character chemistry between the characters. The humor in this movie works very well. It's very it can be very silly and goofy, but like in a good kind of way. And the humor is also very smart. It's very witty, and it's very cleverly written, and it's very humorous and very funny. The acting is great. Yeah, I already said that. Anyway, the acting's great. The editing in this movie is great. No problems with the editing at all. This movie has great pacing. No problems with the pacing at all. This movie's story, you could say, is a bit cliche, because this is kind of technically a romantic comedy film. But it doesn't bother the film at all that this movie's a little bit cliche. It's cliche in a good way. If this movie didn't have the cliches that it does have, it probably wouldn't work as well. Well, it definitely wouldn't work as well. Anyway, this movie is a great movie. It's not a perfect movie. It's not a masterpiece, but it is a great movie. And I can't wait for the sequel to come out tomorrow, and I can't wait to watch it when it comes out tomorrow, and hopefully review it tomorrow. I love this film. It's one of Eddie Murphy's best films. I know he's had a lot of bad ones and a lot of good ones, but out of all the Eddie Murphy movies that I've seen, in my opinion, this is one of his best. This is a great movie. It's a very fun movie. If you like Eddie Murphy movies, you'll probably like this one. If you like comedy movies, you'll probably like this one. If you like comedy movies with a lot of wacky humor, you'll probably like this one. And this movie is also very quotable. Like like one of the scenes in this movie. Well, one of the specific, more like one of the lines from a minor character in this movie was so quotable. Is so quotable and was turned into a meme. That everybody is familiar with, even the people, even like, well, most everybody's familiar with, even the ones who haven't seen this movie. And this movie has very memorable characters, very lovable characters, and very funny characters. And I love this movie. I'm gonna give this movie an 86% out of 100%, which is the equivalent of an A-. Like, subscribe, turn the notifications, go to return.